Okay, now I have stitched all of my edges that I need to. You can see I stitched the back neck, one arm's eye, the front neck, the other arm's eye, and the other back neck. I left all the shoulder points open. The reason for this is if those are not open, you need 2 points to be able to turn a garment, especially with shoulders. So by doing this, I will be able to turn those shoulders completely and be able to sew those shoulders together in a moment. So the next step would be to do all of the clipping, and there's another video about clipping, sewing and clipping curves. I've already clipped this one and the back neck. Right here at the V, I need to clip up to but not through that stitching. Sometimes instructions will say to do a stay stitch, and that just means that you have done this little V stitch already and using it as a guide when you go to complete the neckline. Okay, this is pretty straight, so we don't need to do any clipping along that edge, but I do need to do some clipping under here in the arm. If we don't do this clipping, when we go to turn this garment, it is not going to look right. It's going to have puckering. It's not going to, the lining is going to be pulling. It won't fit right either because you're not going to be able to iron and lay your garment flat. So anywhere there is curve, go ahead and clip. Just a couple more here. Okay, and then I am ready to turn and iron. So in this case, I left the entire waistline open and the back as well because we would be putting a zipper in this eventually back here. So I'm going to turn this, and you can see since this is open, I can push all the way through. Now this is really tiny, so turning a bigger garment will be a little bit easier. The next step that's really, really important is ironing. And this can get really tedious on a lot of curves and points. But you can see even with the clipping that I did, this is going to lay nice and flat. So the next step would be iron, iron, iron. Some patterns will call for an understitch. I also have a video about understitching. This is so tiny, I'm not going to worry about understitching. On my actual dress, I did do some understitching, and I did it kind of around the neck here, up from the back neck. I did the front neck and then the back neck. The dress that I'm making has sleeves, so I didn't do this step, but I wanted to show you what it would look like without sleeves.